Okay, hey folks, thanks for joining. I am guessing everyone is joining. So hey Vinayak, thanks for joining. Uh, we are starting soon. So till then we can hang out with our chat section, maybe. Yeah, cool. So we are starting soon our opening ceremony, and till then, those who are new to here, you can basically drop. You can introduce yourself in the chat. We will love to interact you on the chat section, and yeah, let me check. And till then, you can maybe or otherwise you can drop down the chat hashtag open source. We will love to see the enthusiasm around open source recently in recent years. We know that. Cool. Okay, so I'm guessing my stream is also going good, which is generally it's not having in the right mode because my laptop can't take it. But I guess my uh, my laptop is taking that. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So let's start off. I guess we have kind of enough people here. Okay, cool. So let's start it off. So hey folks, my name is Karthike. I am founder of my community, which is like you're seeing on the channel, and we are starting one of the series. This is kind of my 4 to 5 years community breakdown of open source. That what I bring this program to around. It's totally you can say for open source community, for each and around stuff. So what we are doing, this is the opening stream of about open source and how to do open source, because when we say just about open source, we will obviously talk around more or less around how you can start contributing and how to do it. When I say how to do it, it's specifically we will basically break down it in a better way. But after that, on tomorrow's stream or regular stream, you will say each and every day there will be one stream in which you are getting a chance to contribute on different projects or GitHub different big orgs. We are inviting around you can say 10 to 15 speakers from around the world, from around the orgs, where you are able to see how to contribute to it. But apart from that, and putting out as a Hacktoberfest, don't just start open source just for the October time. And obviously we will talk around it. But one of my friend who's joining us, my friend name is Aaishika, and she is right now junior developer advocate at DigitalOcean. So I will bring Aaishika on the stage. Yo, so Aaishika is here.
Hello.
Yeah.
I
So
hope I am audible.
yeah, you are audible quite well. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you
So
so much, Karthike, for inviting
yeah.
me. Sorry for cutting you off.
No. I guess maybe I miss out in any way in an introduction part, but we are jumping around with each other in community events or in any in general events also. But yeah, I guess Ashika can start off with his her introduction around it. So yeah.
For sure. Thank you so much, first of all, for having me here. I've always looked up to Karthike, to OpInCo Community, and absolutely love being here. So I'm Aishika. I'm a junior developer advocate at DigitalOcean. We'll dive more into my journey at DigitalOcean in the slides that I've prepared for all of you. I've taken a lot of time out to add some fun details there. And yeah, happy to just dive in and drop some open source related questions, Hacktoberfest related questions in the chat. I'm happy to answer questions as they come. And yeah, if not, you can always head over to Twitter, tag me, tag Karthike. Karthike has done a great, job at fostering open source communities in India. I won't even say in just Durg Bhilai, he has just fostered tech communities all over India at this point. And happy to dive in.
Yeah, thanks for so lovely words. But like I think we have to do more for our in general tech community. We have to basically make it like one of the best tech community of the world. Like that's
Right.
our major target around it. So
Yeah. Hi,
yeah,
Sanskriti.
yeah. I guess many campus experts is joining soon because I dropped something on Discord or like on our GitHub Discord. So yeah,
Love campus experts.
yeah, because I guess many campuses are from here only, so there's another thing. But yeah, let's break down. I guess I know you something around shared everything in your deck part, but let's just when we say demystify open source in a more better way, because many people think that open source is a tool which is For me, open source is more like, you can say, a concept for like hip hop culture where you're representing your community, kind of that. But like, what's your take around it? And after that, I will add your deck and we will around talk it around. So yeah.
For me, open source would definitely be a tool. I would say it's a good tool and one of the best tools to guide you in your career. If you really want to learn new things, if you want to grow as a developer, the best way forward is open. So this is pretty much how I started off, learning things by just building in public, contributing to some open source repositories. I haven't worked for any big organizations, when I talk about my open source contributions. But honestly speaking, Hacktoberfest gave me the first big boost into contributing. That's how I learned to, create pull requests, learning the whole flow of, how to make contributions, how to interact with people, how to maintain my own repositories for that fact. So I've been a maintainer, I've been a contributor. Of course, my repositories weren't as big, but we tried something, okay.
Yeah,
But
obviously.
it's definitely one of the best tools out there to help you shape your career. If you use it the right way, you benefit, a lot of people benefit, and most importantly, a lot of corporations benefit from it. So if you contribute to some small repositories today, there's a high chance, that they scale up and they turn into some pretty big projects. And this has happened to a lot of people I've known. Early contributors to React, now they're celebrating it. So it's never too late. Just hop in, and most importantly, contributions should not end after October. That's what I sternly believe in.
Yep, and that's actually a valid point for, because why I am saying it's a concept, because open source is just like a culture, like when we say Indian culture, Western culture kind of thing, because at the around we are representing that in some or other way. So that's why I say, if you be a part of community, even though it's a global community or any local community, represent it wherever you go, because it feels like you are part of that particular community, how you are built it up. But talking about my nuisance kind of thing, let's add the deck to make it more better to understand that. So yeah, okay, let's, yeah, I guess it's Ashika time, I guess, maybe. So maybe she can start off. But for now, I will be on the backstage, and
Mhm.
when we deck over, and I can come back. So I guess Ashika, it's on to you.
I
And
would
yeah,
love to have you be here. Be here. Gives me more
okay,
confidence to have you here.
sure. Like I
Okay.
will love. Yeah.
Amazing. So, well, let's dive into the 10th edition of Hacktoberfest with these slides. So today I'm going to be talking about how you can get started with Hacktoberfest. And, while we navigate through this, I'm also going to talk about the mission, vision, and impact of Hacktoberfest on the open source communities around us all over the globe, rather. So let's just dive right in. Here's a quick introduction of me. Yeah, that would be me. I'm a junior developer advocate at DigitalOcean, and I'm also one of the core organizers of Hacktoberfest this year. And I can definitely say we've been working on this for 6 months now, and there's a lot of things that have changed. And I'm so happy that the community has been so accepting of all the changes. We'll dive right into those as well, and talking about all the things that we'll be diving into. Let's talk about all the things that we are going to cover today. I am going to give you a run through what Hacktoberfest is, who Hacktoberfest is for, and we talked about a lot of changes, things that we had been planning for months. So I'm going to talk about what what's new this year. Then we are going to talk about why you should participate in Hacktoberfest. I think the hype around Hacktoberfest has already convinced you to participate in Hacktoberfest, but if that did not work, I'm going to try my level best to do that. Then we are going to talk about how you can actually participate in Hacktoberfest. So let's dive in. What is Hacktoberfest? I mean, I'm happy to get some answers for this question. What you all feel Hacktoberfest is? It can be a word, a sentence, just whatever you feel about Hacktoberfest. Let's take a minute. And Karthika, I'd love to have you give it a go as well.
Obviously, yeah, I will love to like I will love to say that for obviously, but like let's something ask from chat. I guess we have
Yeah.
around 8 to 10 people, so we can get around 2 to 3 answers at least. So chat,
Sanskriti, I'm counting on you.
yeah,
Shubham, give it a go. Harsh, you
yeah.
too.
So we are waiting. Till then, we are waiting. I can share my answer, obviously. So yeah. So first of all, I just wanted to share one thing related to Hacktoberfest. So when I heard first of all, like about a Hacktoberfest, it's from your college only, Ashika. About like I guess there's something happened in SRM University around Hacktoberfest, and I guess I'm in my second year. I'm guessing. So I just heard about it. What is called Hacktoberfest? I didn't understand. So over that period of time, I attended some of the community meetups in Raipur actually. So
Yeah.
I went there and talk about around about Hacktoberfest kind of that. And even though they didn't explain open source at all, that's my frank part. They didn't explain. They said create a PR, they had a commit, this and that kind of the GitHub terminologies, but they didn't explain about GitHub at all around how to basically interact with open source. So
Was this at
I
my university?
no, it's I get inspired from your university, like the like I something heard about Hacktoberfest, but then same thing happened in my Raipur community, I guess, Git
Right,
developer circle,
right.
I guess. So they didn't even explain the part, explain about open source at all. They directly jump to the coding. But apart from me, if we break down, obviously, Hacktoberfest is the festival for hackers, or you can say because hackers is generally when we prefer for the hackathons who are attending as a participant. So hackers who love to contribute to the projects in October. But obviously, we can't limit open source for just October. Or it's just my kind of thing. But I guess hers dropped something, a month
Yep.
full of open source contributions. Yeah.
Harsh is right, and so are you. And I was ready to reprimand kids from my college in case they did not talk about GitHub and open source. I was just prepared, to just reprimand everyone. But okay, we'll talk about all of that. And thank you so much, Harsh and Shubham. Yes, it is an annual event fully dedicated to open source contributions. Harsh says Shubham copied his answers, but there are no right or wrong answers in these streams. Okay, feel
Yeah.
free to copy it, but use your you use your mind too.
Creativity, I will say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Harsh and Shubham, for your responses. I still feel Shubham did not copy it though. So okay, with this, let's now dive into what Hacktoberfest is. So Hacktoberfest is DigitalOcean's annual event, as Shubham mentioned, that encourages people to contribute to open source throughout the month of October, hence Hacktoberfest. Hacktoberfest is all about celebrating all things open source, especially the people that make open source so special. And for the past decades, thousands of coders have participated in Hacktoberfest to support the projects that they use and love. And with this, I'd also like to let you all know about a very fun fact. How many of you know about Oktoberfest? In Germany, they have an event called Oktoberfest, wherein they just get a lot of drinks and all, and they celebrate the onset of October because it's also the Halloween month, as Sanskriti mentioned. So that's the origin of the word Hacktoberfest, basically, kind of the origin. So if we talk numbers, 146891, because I'm too scared to say it in words. That's the number of people who participated in Hacktoberfest last year. This is a really big number, and you cannot even imagine how many pull requests we received for Hacktoberfest last year. Or maybe we can just talk about it. So we had over 55,390 completions. We had 335,175 PRs, and PRs are basically pull requests for GitHub. If you're a GitLab user, it would be a merge request. So we had 335,175 pull requests and merge requests accepted. So just imagine the number of PRs and MRs we may have received in total. That's a lot. Just to give you an idea, that's a lot. That's a number that I can't say, especially not on the stream because I'm very scared of numbers. But apart from that, we have two more to cover. So last year, 53,308 repositories participated in Hacktoberfest. You may not know, maybe you know. If you do, I'm so proud of you. We made Hacktoberfest opt-in for maintainers to avoid spammy behavior. I don't think it's a good idea to dive into that, but Hacktoberfest is now opt-in for maintainers. So if you're a maintainer, if you want to participate in Hacktoberfest, all you need to do is add the Hacktoberfest label to your repository. Happy to talk about it in detail, but just in a while. And my favorite metric of all of this is the number of PRs that were accepted on GitHub on day one. So 17,411 PRs were raised on the first day of Hacktoberfest and accepted the same day. So that should speak volumes about the impact Hacktoberfest has in general, right? And another fun fact, in the first year of Hacktoberfest, which was in 2014, we only had 676 participants. And if we go back to this number, just see how much we have grown exponentially in the past decade. So 10% active repositories out of total completions, that's a good number. Definitely. But I don't think it would be 10%. It would be just the same amount of it. I mean, completions are different from active repositories, right? Yeah, the number is pretty close to 90%. I think it exceeds 100% rather. But okay, moving on. So, who is Hacktoberfest for? Take a quick guess. It's you, every single person, irrespective of you knowing how to code. It's fine if you don't know how to code. If you're a designer, if you love creating memes, that's something that I love to say because Apprite last year accepted memes as contributions. So there's this thing about low code and no code contributions. If you're not a developer, if you're a designer, if you're into testing, you are still a great fit for Hacktoberfest in general. And who really benefits from Hacktoberfest after all? People. When I talk about people, again, I'm going to jump onto contributors, maintainers, and everyone who relies on open source repositories, organizations that rely on open source. So talk about Karthika, this would be a question for you. What's your favorite organization of all? Say DigitalOcean. Say DigitalOcean.
Okay,
DigitalOcean.
so
Say
which org?
DigitalOcean. Your favorite organization in the world, favorite tech organization.
Okay, that's a tough question, yeah. That's really
Say
a tough question.
DigitalOcean. Say DigitalOcean.
Uh, okay, so my answer will be two orgs I will prefer, obviously. One is DigitalOcean, and I will say the reason also. Do not panic for that. And second is GitHub,
Yeah.
because both are oriented towards communities. And obviously, everyone knows I love community, obviously. So yeah, apart from technical contribution that I did in general in around that, this and that, okay. Okay, yeah, okay, TensorFlow, I can. But
Third
again,
organization.
there is yeah, obviously I contributed to web assemblies and that kind of projects also side by side. But yeah, these two organizations are really, I'm fan of them. I'm really why I'm saying, because generally what developers think, like community managers or developer relation engineers, they are doing nothing. They are doing streams like this and that. But when a point of DX point of view, when we say developer experience point of view, we have worked around more on a psychological perspective also, right, in the community thing. So people actually lose that. So I'm not obviously saying something to that, like but yeah, my major, these two orgs actually support community in a massive level that I saw in last 2 to 3 years. Especially okay, I can kind of do a preaching around GitHub, because like obviously we are campus experts, we are supporting our community in their local region, if I will say. So yeah, hey Atulya, thanks for joining. Yeah, so around basically that what I saw, like even though like when we say around in general open source, they are creating, and not only GitHub, when there's a n number of orgs, but continuously doing DigitalOcean and GitHub are the one who are creating podcasts, newsletters around open source in general. And they're talking about, like, it's not like DigitalOcean is more on a cloud provider or cloud service provider, if I will say. So they are just not only producing content around their cloud, or if I say GitHub is just for code collaboration, they are just not promoting around you can say code spaces and co-pilot kind of thing that they are creating product around. So these are the two favorite orgs of mine. And repos is endless, like machine learning and WebAssembly is my kind of heart, you can say, because I'm learning these technologies side by side. So but yeah, maybe that part you can say. Yeah.
So DigitalOcean and GitHub, both the organizations, I guarantee you, rely on open source contributions to scale up. So proving my point, organizations too benefit from Hacktoberfest. And we just talked about your favorite repositories. We have WebAssembly, we have TensorFlow. So code bases that participate in Hacktoberfest, they get the right visibility, they get a lot of contributions, a lot of issues are fixed during Hacktoberfest, and open source communities always benefit from any initiatives whatsoever. So
I guess
yeah.
I can add one. I guess I can add one thing in open source community. So in case if anyone interested to contribute in open source communities or code bases, we actually created one project under our community, which is called Open Connect, which is kind of a clone of meetup.com. It's a total open source version thing.
Okay.
And it's totally like we actually just created template out of it, but the issues are up. You can go to our you can say, let me show one banner to you. So you can go to our GitHub organization, OpInCo Community, and you can find that. And if you feel like you can raise, so right now we are also focusing on design contribution and technical content, or you can say side by side documentation kind of contribution. So we will love to have you if you are interested to basically build something around it. But that's I'm not doing more marketing around my thing. But yeah, you can continue, Ashika. Obviously,
feel,
yeah.
feel free to do that. But yeah, so people, code bases, organizations, and open source communities, they all benefit from this month-long event of Hacktoberfest. And you're definitely a great fit if you're a maintainer. A maintainer would be anyone who, sort of moderates an open source project, typically a veteran developer, an experienced developer who could give a presentation on how to submit a pull or merge request. If you're a contributor, if you're already contributing to open source, you would ideally be a contributor. And yeah, you're familiar with Git. A beginner would be anyone who has never made a pull request before or is new to tech in general. So irrespective of you being a beginner, a veteran developer, a maintainer, contributor, you're regardless a great fit always. So let's talk about what's new this year. We were really scared to launch this, but here we go. So this year for Hacktoberfest, we are going digital for rewards. Hacktoberfest has grown from 676 participants in 2014 to nearly 147,000 participants last year. And to help ensure Hacktoberfest's sustainability for another decade, this year we are moving away from the free T-shirt reward to a digital reward. This also stems from the fact that a lot of people just participated in Hacktoberfest to get a T-shirt, which we did not entirely support. It's about giving it back to the community. So although we know that Hacktoberfest t-shirts are loved by the community, producing over 50,000 t-shirts and shipping them around the world has become logistically really challenging. I'm very sorry for the capitalized G there. Considering customs taxes and import duty fees, which often exceed the value of the gift itself, I am assuming that most of the viewers on today's stream are in India. If you've ever received swag internationally, you know how you get customs charges and all, and there's a procedure to clear stuff out. Now imagine having to ship so much swag, so many t-shirts in all the parts of the country, and many people still not being able to receive it just wasn't sustainable after a point of view. So yeah, our commitment remains unwavering towards Hacktoberfest's primary mission of supporting open source projects. And after carefully considering various options this year and the future, we are excited to introduce an exclusive digital reward kit in partnership with Holopin. If you're active on Twitter, you may have already seen those pins. Those are interactive pins. You can switch their looks. You can give them, cool accessories. And we believe that even without T-shirt rewards, the developer community will continue to come together in the same spirit of Hacktoberfest that they have always shown. So, fun fact about me, I got to know about DigitalOcean in 2019, and thanks to Hacktoberfest, I came to know about DigitalOcean, and it was always my dream to participate in. To basically join DigitalOcean and participate in Hacktoberfest as an organizer someday. So in 2022, I randomly saw an opening for an internship at DigitalOcean. I signed up. I just wanted to see what the interview process looks like. So one day I can be fully prepared and I can join DigitalOcean and I can help organize Hacktoberfest. I gave all the interviews, I submitted all the applications, all the tasks and everything. And I was totally convinced that I'm not going to make the cut in. I was still in college. I was in third year of college when I applied, and surprisingly I made the cut in and I worked for 3 months as an intern. And then I was asked if I would want to join DigitalOcean full time as a full time employee. And I was still in college, mind you. I was still in college. I hadn't graduated, and I, brought this question up to the HR, my manager. I don't have a degree. Is it fine? Is it okay if I join? And eventually, I joined DigitalOcean full time. And last year was the first year when I helped organize Hacktoberfest. And this year, I'm a core organizer of Hacktoberfest. So Phoebe, who's the manager of Hacktoberfest this year, she calls me the poster child for Hacktoberfest for the same reason at every single stream or meeting that we sit in together. Because I eventually joined DigitalOcean because of Hacktoberfest, if you look at it that way. So that's why Hacktoberfest is an event that's super close to my heart. And of course, we had to think about sustainability. So don't mind the story, just wanted to share it with all of you. Moving forward, we all love the planet. We would love to save the planet. So in previous years, we have given participants who completed 4 pull requests or merge requests the option to plant a tree through our partner Tree Nation instead of redeeming a t-shirt. I know a lot of people who said that, I'm just going to get the t-shirt this year and I'll plant a tree next year. So this year we are excited to share that we'll be purchasing a tree for the first 50,000 participants that complete their first pull request or merge request. So yes, you can get a tree in your name, and you can save the planet. Any day, I would say trees over teas. I did not get the Hacktoberfest t-shirt last year. I planted a tree. I'm really proud of it. I've heard so many people say, I'm just going to get the t-shirt this year. I'll plant a tree next year. This year, you don't have an option. You're planting a tree. You're contributing to open source. You're saving the planet. You're saving. You're killing bugs, and you're also saving the planet. So why participate in Hacktoberfest at all? If you're already not convinced, if you don't want to plant a tree yet, I'm going to give you more reasons. So first of all, you get rewarded for all the hours you put into making open source better. Harsh, I'm so glad it was motivational. Feel free to reach out. I'm happy to, help you out more. I would love to do that. Coming back to the slides, you really get rewarded for thanks for all the hours you put into making open source better. You get a tree in your name, you get super cool holopin badges, and on top of that, you learn something new, because whenever you start contributing to a new repository, there's a lot of things that you learn. Maybe there's a project that you love and you'd love to contribute to it. Maybe it's written in a different language. If you really love that project, you take the headache to learn the new language or learn the new stack, and then you'll contribute. So Hacktoberfest is all about learning something new, growing with the community. And yeah, you can always learn a new skill and stack while you contribute. On top of that, you get to join thousands in their open source journey. You make new friends and learn with like-minded folks. Like I just made a lot of friends here in the chat. I have Sanskriti, Harsh, Atulya, and did I miss anyone? Shubham. Shubham. We also have Shubham. See, I made so many friends today on this stream. And the best benefit of all is you get to build your career even if you can't code yet. What I mean by this is, if you are not a developer, if you're a designer, you can still contribute to open source. There's a lot of organizations out there who are on the lookout for resources, design assets, and such. So you can always be on the lookout for repositories like that. And you can always make contributions, no code contributions. Like I said earlier, AppWrite did that. AppWrite was on the lookout for meme makers. I mean, who does not love memes? I love memes. So it's fine if you're not a developer. You're still a great fit for the open source community. Or you can always learn new skills and participate as a developer. So now let's talk about how can you participate in Hacktoberfest. Simple, head over to hacktoberfest.com and register if you haven't already, and start contributing. When I say start contributing, how do you really start contributing? If you don't have an account on GitHub or GitLab already, create one. The second step would be to register for Hacktoberfest using the GitHub or GitLab account that you just created. Step 3 would be looking for beginner-friendly repositories. If you need some recommendations, you can always Alongside the Hacktoberfest label, you can always search for, let's say, beginner friendly or good first issues. Good first issue is a very good resource if you're a beginner developer. If it's going to be your first pull request, you can always refer to good first issues. Karthike, if you can find the link and drop it in the chat, I think it would be great. Apart from that, you can always upskill or pick a new stack. Again, if you're not a developer, you want to become a developer, Hacktoberfest is one of the best opportunities for you to do that. Step 5 would be to learn about low and no code contributions. By low code contributions, I would mean maybe if you're into testing stuff, if you write unit tests and stuff, you would be a great fit for that. No code, you can help with design, you can help with events, you can help with marketing. Those truly count as contributions too. The most important step of all would be to not stop contributing after October. We don't want you to stop contributing after Hacktoberfest ends. We want to inculcate this culture, as Karthike said, of contributing to open source. So if you're participating in Hacktoberfest, make sure you follow the 6th step religiously. So now, things to remember are values. A lot of people, believe that you can just open n number of pull requests. It's not fun, not cool. Quantity is fun, quality is key. We always have and will continue to value and prioritize meaningful commits to avoid spam. We are committed to prioritizing quality contributions as outlined in our participation rules. Everyone is welcome, and it honestly doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a veteran. We welcome anyone who is interested in diving in and everyone who's already a part of the open source software community. So again, a very important point: short-term action, long-term impact. Your participation helps build the future of the internet. I'm not kidding. The early contributors of React had no idea that so many applications that we use use daily would be built on an open source repository that they contribute to. So yeah, you might contribute to a project today, and tomorrow it can go on to become a technology that every developer uses, or at least every developer knows. So short-term action, long-term impact. Now, be mindful, you do not want to get flagged. By flagged, I mean disqualified. Spammy pull or merge requests will be labeled as spam. And this goes out for repositories as well. Simplistic PRs, as I would like to say. If there are simplistic PRs, if there's a repository that's asking you to add simplistic PRs, don't do that. It looks fun. It looks like an easy contribution. It's only going to damage your profile. It won't look good. And pull or merge request must be approved by a maintainer. This is very important. And even if it's not, merged directly, the maintainer can always add a Hacktoberfest accepted label for your pull or merge request to count as a successful contribution. Always avoid submitting low quality, automated, disruptive, or irrelevant pull or merge requests, because it honestly just does not make sense. We want to make open source better and not crowded, right? Bad repositories, as I said before, encourage simplistic PRs or MRs will be excluded. What I mean by a simplistic PR, say for example, there's a repository, the issue says add your name to the README. That would be a very simplistic PR. Is it making open source better? I don't think so. So that would be counted as a bad repository. And in the event that it's counted as a bad repository, your contributions would not be counted and it would look really bad on your profile. So apart from that, your pull requests and merge requests must be in a repository that's tagged with the Hacktoberfest topic. If it does not have the Hacktoberfest label next to it, it would not count as a successful contribution towards Hacktoberfest. So you need to be very mindful of that. And if you ever run into any issues, we're always there to have your back. You can always send us an email at hacktoberfest@digitalocean.com. You can also reach out to us on Twitter. Feel free to, tag us at Hacktoberfest. And yeah, that would be it from my side. I would not want to do a demo because I unfortunately already registered for Hacktoberfest using my GitHub account. I cannot create a new GitHub account to do that. That would be spam. So in case any of you ever run into issues, feel free to reach out to us. You always feel free to contact our team. If you find a repository that's not following the rules of Hacktoberfest, feel free to flag it. You folks make open source better. You folks make Hacktoberfest better. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to me today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat so I can answer them right away.
Yeah, thanks, Ashika. It's a proper, if I will say, a great pointers for the open source. And again, I dropped some issues. If you're a beginner, you can
Yeah,
go for the sites and you can start contributing doing. Otherwise, if you want to just explore what you can do, just go to the topic section and you can search around Hacktoberfest. And yeah, generally people in GitHub doesn't see like go to the what I will say the feed section out of it where you can search around different projects around of your recommendation basis, right? So obviously use your GitHub app properly, like you use your YouTube, if I will say, star the repo, fork the repo if you want around it. So that's obviously help you around that. And yeah, for let me check if I'm missing anything more. Okay, and yeah, just give you all just more information, not information, I will say. I did this 2 years back actually. So let me share one thing with you all. Let me know my screen is visible or not. So yeah, this
it is. It
stream I
is.
yeah, so this stream I did 2 years back. You can see a lot of new projects and new project where you can contribute. I did 12 streams over like last on 2 years back. I am guessing, yeah. So from small rappos who have a great like, if you will see the first video that is from Harshvardhan, the repo I really love it because it's the more focus on the sustainability and the natural part kind of product that they are building off. But like this is the whole thing. And again, we are creating another playlist for this season. We will try to make it more sustainable for you all to basically get access to those repos kind of thing. And if I will get more precise, so yeah, let me share. Okay, yeah, this is our repo in case if anyone wants to it. So we are in the planning process. Yeah, so just give you more context. We created Hacktober week last year repo where we let me give you more. Yeah. So just give you this the I will give you one more thing that we merged around 50 plus PR last year with proper like valid PRs. Like these are that we did in our work. You can say this is the in person one in the Durbilai only, and some projects are some issues are already listed up, and it's design contribution, document contribution, and just to give you more better need. Yeah. So we have different advocacy contribution also. So if anyone wants to give a talk around, so this is the last one I literally love last. I'm not saying I'm not loving this season, but the last season actually give you more context around advocacy, design contribution, and even in the non-technical, if you will say low code kind of thing, let me give you more. Yeah, in the technical documentation also. What we did actually, we actually give a session around copywriting kind of thing. So I'm not saying he, but the thing is that we covered from different thing around, and this the all things are listed about. Like we are also give the distribution community also like this even put context around it. If you want to basically go and contribute to DigitalOcean, you can go here. I can drop the link. Just give me a moment. Um,
Thank you so much for sharing that. We are always on the lookout for contributions. And I'll also drop a link. Give me 1 second.
yeah. So again, you can do it, and yeah, I just give you. So this is the thing that we did last year, but this time what we are trying to think to. I will give you more context. So this is the project that we start off, and let me know if anyone wants to join the Slack server. So we are not doing in a more aggressive way that actually a particular org did. We are just like we think of like we have a community, so why shouldn't build a project around community-based projects? You can say. So we are coming with 2 to 3 projects. This is the initial one. I'm not giving a FOMO around this one, that one kind of thing. But the major thing that we are focusing on here right now. Actually, I talked with Jayesh also around this for the DevOps part, but I only maintain the DevOps part here from GitHub Action only. So I'm not giving you the technical concept here, what to do, how to do kind of stuff. Okay. So, but my major thing is about this thing. In meetup.com, you will see like there's only a basic RSVP kind of thing. You have to do this and that. Like Luma, there's nothing like you can check in part. There is nothing in, I am not guessing there's nothing in. So what we are doing, we are combining all the different thing and try to make it open source in that way. So that's our basically thing, if you will say around it. Yeah, you can also follow this link for the DigitalOcean one if you obviously do contribute. They obviously love contributions. That's why they are doing
We
open
do.
source stuff.
We do.
Just my okay. So yeah, this and second part is the open chat. That is a chat application that we are building, but it is based on LangChain. That is total part of. Oh, hi Harpreet. Yeah, long time no see. Hey
Hello.
folks, a long time. So these are the two projects that we are building, and again, we open source everything. What I mean to say, everything, the listing of issues A to Z. I did actually last, you can say 2 days back. So suppose if you want to check or check the proper workflow, how we are going it. Right now, I just open, I guess 4 to 5 issues. These are the whole progress. You can check it out. These are some of the PRs already merged. So if you want to do, or if you want to give more understanding, let me give you more better context. So yes, I did. So if you will go here, maybe. Yeah, so you can see, you can obviously, this is the basically I created a project manager just for you all if you want to just take care of how to do it that. And again, the issues that I created is very much superficial. If you will see, if you want, if you think you can break down these issues in a multiple way, like suppose I just created so these are the this is the front end part, but you can break down if you want. I have a give full access around it, so I'm not saying this and that. But the last and foremost thing, please do not do spam PRs. We didn't want that. And if I will see, the thing is, it doesn't make a sense. Okay, maximum people did 100 PRs. It doesn't make sense. Just for because it's not adding value to the project. Why are you contributing to?
Quality over quantity, always.
Yeah, and you're okay if you go to my repo, it's not I'm a like even though I'm a regular open source contributor, but you can't see all my green like green thing in my whole profile, right? I just making if I'm making one PR, maybe it's like changes of 1,000 to 2,000 lines of code. But the thing is I will do a one PR and it is a sensible PR obviously. So try to think like that. You want to add the value or for career opportunity kind of thing. Also if you want to contribute to open source, they will not take you as a developer if you want to just create a blank space and you say I am a contributor. So it's a good thing. I'm not saying yeah please stop that kind of thing, but I'm just saying make it more palatable to more audience, because sometimes it's also possible like there's some good create developers who are not in open source, but they are very technically good, but due to your spamming kind of thing, maybe they want to contribute or they want to give you you can say a mentorship kind of thing around how to implement that stuff. But due to so much spamming in each and every project, and it obviously the decision by DigitalOcean is literally good to remove the swags and that part kind of thing. It's really awesome. Obviously,
Completely agree with that too.
so sustainability is a factor, but apart from that, obviously hamper the maintainers' mental health also side by side, because if they see thousands of PR in single day, like that person, like if that person will be me, so I get a heart attack and I will be in the hospital because reviewing
I mean,
thousand.
imagine your phone ringing with emails from GitHub. There's contributions coming in every second. This
Yeah,
did happen in 2021. You know,
yep.
when we introduced these new rules, the cool down period and everything, it happened in 2021. During lockdown, everyone wanted to win a free T-shirt. Everyone wanted to contribute. Everyone wanted to complete Hacktoberfest. They started. So the thing is, you know how when we talk about GitHub, the H in GitHub is capitalized. Similarly, DigitalOcean, there's no space in between digital and ocean. Most of the people make this mistake. I saw people who were trying to remove the space between DigitalOcean and counting it as a good contribution. It is a good contribution. Thank you. You are valuable. But this would be too simplistic for Hacktoberfest, right? It's not like we don't need tiny contributions, but these are not contributions that I would count as fit for Hacktoberfest. So if you see errors in someone's documentation, my recommendation would be to open an issue, ask them if you can fix it, point it out. If they fix it, well and good. If
Yeah.
they ask you to fix it, good, do it. But that should not be a contribution towards Hacktoberfest, is what I feel.
Yeah, that's actually on point if I will say. So I did one thing actually using one project, like a personal project of someone else, and I doing same kind of error I'm facing. So I just ping that person. Like I say, like he's kind of my brother. So I said, "Bhaiya, ye to error pe error aa raha hai. Why it is showing that kind of thing?" So he just say like he just shared me some point like change here, kind of that. But he then again it's a like it's a like kind of a bug create a issue, and if you want you can start working on it, and I'm basically
Yeah.
working on that particular issue. So do
See,
that in
that's
that
how easy it is.
yep. And I guess we didn't have questions. I'm guessing. Let me check last time because I know I should have to go for another meet, so I didn't take much time around it side by side. But let me check.
All good.
I'm guessing
Hopefully, we
it's
have addressed all the issues. If there's anything, outside of this stream as well, feel free to reach out whenever. My handle's right here. Feel
yep.
free to reach out to me on Twitter, X now. So
Yeah,
I
and
don't mind questions at all.
also all the links are in the description also. So if anyone wants to find Aishika, even though she's famous, so you can find her on the Twitter kind of thing, or I'm Twitter or LinkedIn also. Like I prefer LinkedIn, or what generally people are switching back to LinkedIn. That's what I'm saying. Like I have a talk with around some peeps, so
Yeah,
they are saying. So, but yeah, you can find out everywhere Aishika, and she will there to help you. And
yeah.
yeah, I guess it's we are on time. And thanks Aishika for joining and sharing about open source and Hacktoberfest, and really felt around it. Even though I know when I get back to Bangalore, she will say why you say these kind of words on the stream. It's not like that kind of that. But yeah,
I've always looked up to you, and you're one of the reasons why I jumped into community. So thank you so much for having me here. It's a privilege for me to join you and help you out with the opening ceremony of Hacktober Week. I'm so excited to see all your initiatives always, the impact you create. It's so amazing to just see
no,
you
I
put
just love
community over
community.
everything else.
I just love
I
community,
know
and I
that.
love everyone. I love everyone who basically contributing anyway. So I might just last take. Please be proud of your local communities and represent your community. I just say like there's a two matter PowerPoint just I wanted to last state it out, and we can end the stream around it. So be proud of your local community, represent in anywhere else. You can inspire from global community to try to do same thing in so like before 10 years back, India is just for tech, not for community, if I will say, because it's not densely populated around tech community. But what actually happened right now, we take inspiration from like something big conference like KubeCon kind of thing and this kind of thing. So yeah, so we feel more or less ki like community is growing. You can give back to the community. When we say give back to community, we are not just saying on the fluke side like please give back. So in it can be in any way. You can be a part of any organizing team. You can. It's not necessary you are contributing technically only. Try to do that in that manner. And yeah, I think so. We have no more agenda right now. And yeah, I guess I know this person. I'm guessing this one is Adarsh. I'm guessing again, but not can't say around it. But okay, ठीक है. So
Thank you so
yeah,
much for
and
tuning in regardless. Thank you. Really
yeah,
appreciate it.
and tomorrow only we have a regular streams on different nodes. So please join. And
Sorry.
if you like the project, start contributing to it. So yeah, and see you folks, and we will see you soon. And yeah, tata, bye bye, and
Have a
sayonara
nice
if
day,
I will.
everyone.
So see you folks, and we will get back to you soon. And I hope so you will see in the next part. So yeah, see you, bye bye. And if you want to listen some music, you can do that.